You think you know what hard looks like. You think waking up at 6 a.m. for a job makes you disciplined? Let me tell you something that will shatter every excuse you've ever made. There are people walking among us who have transformed from broken, overweight, and defeated individuals into absolute machines of human willpower. And today, we're diving deep into the brutal truth about what real discipline actually costs. Picture this: you're 300 pounds, working as a pest control technician, spraying for cockroaches, hating your life, and lying to yourself every single day. Most people would accept that reality. Most people would make excuses. But some people decide to declare war on their own weakness. They choose to become something entirely different. This isn't just another motivation video. This is about understanding the savage mathematics of transformation. Because here is what nobody tells you about discipline. It is not a personality trait you were born with. It's a weapon you forge through deliberate suffering. Let's start with the foundation that separates the disciplined from the dreamers. Real discipline begins with accountability, not the kind where you post your goals on social media for likes. I'm talking about the brutal, uncomfortable accountability where you look in the mirror and admit that you are the problem. You are the reason your life isn't where you want it to be. Nobody else. Not your circumstances, not your genetics, not your past trauma. You. The people who achieve extraordinary things understand something most never will. They know that your mind will quit 1,000 times before your body actually needs to stop. When you think you're done, you're only at about 40% of your actual capability. This isn't motivational speaking. This is scientific fact. Your brain has safety mechanisms designed to keep you comfortable and alive, not to help you become exceptional. Here's where it gets interesting. The most disciplined people on earth have developed a relationship with discomfort that borders on love. They don't just tolerate pain. They seek it out because they understand that growth lives exclusively in the space beyond your comfort zone. Every single day, they deliberately choose the harder path. Think about this while you're negotiating with yourself about whether to hit the snooze button. Truly disciplined people have already been awake for hours. They've completed workouts that would destroy most people before breakfast. They've read, they've planned, they've prepared, they've won the day before you've even started yours. But discipline isn't just about physical challenges. It's about mental warfare. It's about developing what I call the callous mind. Every time you face adversity and push through instead of quitting, you're building mental calluses. These calluses protect you when life gets brutal, and life will get brutal. The most powerful people understand that discipline is actually freedom. When you can control yourself, when you can make yourself do things you don't want to do, you become unstoppable. Most people think discipline is restrictive. They're wrong. Discipline liberates you from the prison of your own limitations. Here's a truth that will change everything for you. Your biggest enemy isn't external circumstances. Your biggest enemy is the voice in your head that negotiates with mediocrity. That voice that says you can start tomorrow, that you deserve a break, that you're different from everyone else who succeeded. That voice is a liar, and disciplined people have learned to silence it. Through action, the transformation process is simple, but not easy. First, you must embrace suffering as education. Every moment of discomfort is teaching you something about your capabilities. Second, you need to develop systems, not just goals. Goals are dreams with deadlines. Systems are daily practices that compound into extraordinary results. Third, you must learn to operate in the darkness. The most important work happens when nobody is watching, when there's no applause, when you get zero credit. That's where character is built. That's where legends are forged. The people who inspire us most didn't start as superhumans. They started as regular people who decided to do irregular things. They took their pain, their failures, their weaknesses, and used them as fuel. They understood that your past doesn't define your future unless you let it. But here's what separates the truly disciplined from those who just talk about it. They don't wait for motivation. Motivation is garbage. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. When motivation fails, and it will fail, discipline carries you forward. Every single day, you have a choice. You can live in the comfortable lie of your potential, or you can step into the uncomfortable truth of your capabilities. Most people choose the lie because it's easier, but easy never changed anyone's life. The question isn't whether you can become disciplined. The question is whether you're willing to pay the price. Are you ready to become someone you've never been? Are you ready to do things you've never done? Because that's what it takes. And if you're not ready, that's okay too. Just don't lie to yourself about it. The choice is yours. Stay comfortable or become unstoppable.